Notifying viewers that we're live.
Okay, now it doesn't come up. I swear I'm following you. Why does it not come up when I follow you?
Oh,
I'm following you, but it doesn't come up there. Usually it comes up that there's a live.
yeah. Hello. Good morning.
I'll try to push it by my hand.
All right. Let me try if I can do this to get the swipe the screen thing without it. Last time it messed up everything. Technical issues. Put people in. I'm trying to. How do you do the swipey thing? I'm trying to swipe it so I can see the letters, see everyone's comments. Oh, there you go. Thank you, Tam. I my fingers don't work or something, or I don't know what I'm doing.
Don't do it in the right spot.
Probably not in the right spot. Thank you, TJ. Hey, hi everyone. Good morning from Italy. So the ship is docked in Bari, Italy today. We are live from our living room on Serenade of the Seas. Tam's behind me. Tam's on the mic, trying to get out of the shot, but I think they're still partially in here.
I'm in the shot.
In the shot. So we are.
Trying to get out.
We're back in our original segment 3 itinerary. The detour around Africa is complete. When we were in Corfu yesterday, that was where we joined up with the original itinerary. Hi, everyone. And so we are in Bari, Italy today. And tomorrow we will be in Ravenna. And then the day after tomorrow, we're still in Ravenna because it's an overnight Ravenna. But that is the end of the segment. It's a turnaround day. So friends we've made are getting off that came on for the trip around Africa. Lots of friends getting off. Some people that got off just for Africa are getting back on. And then like a whole bunch of people are getting on. I think there's going to be 21 people, 2,100, not 21 people, 2,100 people on the ship, 300 children and all kinds of stuff. And we're going to be doing a packed Mediterranean cruise. So we're doing good. I'm doing good. You doing okay, Dan?
All good.
All good. We're enjoying
Looking forward to everyone getting back on in Ravenna.
Yeah, we're enjoying the last few days with a very quiet ship. So people are off in Bari today, and so there's not too many people on board. That's why we figured we could go live in our living room. Our friends Lydia and Peter are behind us a little ways, but we're like the only ones I think in here. I haven't actually turned around to look, but hi from Australia. Hey Ash.
There's Lydia and Peter, and there's a couple of crew.
Yeah, a few crew. So hi Beth Ann. So have got so many ports. We're now into the Mediterranean cruising, and me and Tam went through our calendar yesterday. Oh, thank you. I think I got this in Mauritius, maybe.
Yeah, Mauritius.
Mauritius. It's going to feel totally different when everyone's on board. And we were looking through all the ports coming up and trying to figure out a plan of action because there's like 17 port days in a row, and we're like, that's just a lot of ports. So some places we've been, like Ravenna, we're going to do a shore excursion tomorrow. Hey, from the Blue Mountains and from South Florida and St. Petersburg. Wow, we're gonna do a shore excursion tomorrow to San Marino, so we can check off another country, a little enclave country in Italy.
One of only 3 enclave countries in the world.
Yeah. And then, so the next day in Ravenna, we're probably just going to stay on the ship. So that's kind of like be a Port Sea day. And then we have, I don't know how to say it, Tresi, Italy, which we haven't been to. And then we have a couple of Croatia stops, Zadar, Kotor, and Dubrovnik. And then a stop in Montenegro. And so there's like 3 in a row. And then we have an actual sea day. We come to Southampton in England.
Okay, so Ashley asked what's going to be the first meal you have when you return home. That's going to be pizza because we won't have groceries and we don't want to shop. So
Yeah,
Domino's.
we've already warned our daughters. Like when we get back from Miami on September 10th, we don't want to go grocery shopping that day. We're gonna just order Domino's.
And
So
then what has been your favourite place so far? Favourite place is Antarctica.
Antarctica was truly magical.
Favourite country?
French Polynesia was really nice. Moorea.
Australia.
Australia was nice. Vietnam. Japan. Japan was so wonderful. Um,
Japan was amazing.
yeah. I really like the Seychelles and Mauritius too, and Reunion Island. Those little islands. We didn't get to go to Madagascar, but
Nathan said Montenegro is beautiful.
so we're looking forward to that. That's one of the places I do want to go. I think they don't have anti-trans laws, but
They have anti-gay.
we do have we know a crew member, not on this ship, but on another ship that was from Montenegro, who can't come out in his home country. So I know they have some anti-gay laws, but we should be okay.
Someone said, what ports are you going to stay on the ship for? They said on break, but I changed it.
So the second day to Ravenna.
Second day Ravenna, second day in most ports. If it's overnight port,
Yeah.
the second day will stay on.
So actually, Rome, actually, Civitavecchia, I'm going to stay on. I think Tam might be doing the.
I might do that.
They give us a free Wonder of the World, Colosseum.
So I might go with Sabrina.
Yeah, and Sabrina was looking for somebody to go with her. I've been to the Colosseum before. I've been inside the Colosseum. I've done Rome a whole bunch of times, and Tam hasn't done it, so I may stay on the ship and Tam will go to the Colosseum. I think the first day in Barcelona, we're going to do. We booked 3 countries in one day, so we go to France and then we go to Andorra and then come back. But the second day in Barcelona, we'll probably stay on. Probably either, I think Nice, we're going to go to Monaco. So I think maybe Cannes will stay on. I think that's the other one we booked.
No, you said we're going to Monaco from Cannes, and then Nice was saying on the ship.
Right, like always, I get things backwards. So best pizza near to Trevi Fountain. I like Trevi Fountain, but unfortunately, the excursion, the modern wonder of the world, it doesn't go to Trevi Fountain. I've been to Rome a few times, and Trevi Fountain is beautiful.
We went to Vatican City last time.
We did go to Vatican City. I think other ports that we weren't going to.
We're gonna not get off on a couple in Norway, probably.
We got to find. There's like 6 Norway ports in a row. I've been to Kristiansand, and I wasn't overly impressed.
So we're staying on.
So we may stay on in that one. I've been to Copenhagen, and Tam's not really a city person, so we may stay on the ship in Copenhagen. That's most of it.
The new paint does look good on the pool, but the umbrella needs replacing now.
Yeah, they I don't know why they took so long, but they did that in like a day. They painted it this like a couple days ago. It looks really, really nice, but it looks like crap for most of the world cruise. So we think it's just because Michael Bailey's coming on, but we don't know that for a fact.
There's definitely strategic rest days in port. There's certain ports where we cannot do 17 port days in a row. We would die.
Yeah. All right, we're just old women.
We appreciate sea days, so we're going to have port sea days.
But I have never been to Portofino. We probably won't do much, but I do want to get off in Portofino and kind of see what.
When are we in Rome? We're in Civitavecchia.
Civitavecchia. I'll have to. My calendar's on the phone that's being used, so let me look in the laptop real quick. Let me consult the laptop. We are in Rome the July 1st. We're in Civitavecchia July 1st.
And they do, TJ's like, they fix the cracks in the walls and ceilings. They do regular maintenance on things like that. So sometimes there's cracks, but they do regularly plaster, paint, clean up lacquer. They're regularly doing other things to maintain the ship.
But they've I had the golf simulator up in our living room in the little vortex dance area that's done actually some damage to the pylons there. So I don't know what they're going to do there, but yeah, we're not parked in a really good spot to see much of Bari. You can see there's a TUI ship like right over there.
You can see it.
You can see the TUI ship. Most of rest of Bari is around the other side of the ship. So I figured the pool view was nice because it's nicely painted. The ones by the elevator windows seem to have been missed. Yeah, probably. Tam wants to go on deck 13 behind the elevator. There's these two cows that are blue, and Tam just wants to go there and sit with the cows,
There's synthetic grass too. I just want to go sit there and sit with the cows.
But they won't let us.
They won't let us in there. There's a door to it.
Yeah, they do need to get a new umbrella and the little. I don't know if you can see the little guy. There's like a statue of a guy with a red swim cap and a white and yellow swim ring. That the yellow probably needs to be repainted. But that's a problem once you paint something, everything else, it's like a chain reaction there. Now you gotta do the next thing and then you do the next thing. I saw those, they need to give Tam a quick trip. I know, exactly. We'll have to talk to Philip. I'm sure we could probably weasel our way in. Tam's pretty good at convincing people. I know. I agree, TJ. I have faith in Tam.
I just want to sit there. It looks like the most quiet place on the ship.
What did he do? So I worked at NASA for 34 years, and egg where it's so quiet and there's very few people on the ship, and we've got all these people coming back, and we've been to a lot of these sports. We're kind of like tired now. We kind of are like, I could go home.
I miss the puppy and the kid.
Yeah, so 6 months may be a good amount to go cruising, but we'll stick it out for the next 3. So we'll do the 9 months. But um, right now, this last week just seemed a little like a chore, to be honest.
For 28 days and exhausted, yeah. I think like a month is not bad.
Yeah.
We do need to recuperate after that. Like when we did Europe, we did 21 days and we went home and didn't do much for a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
we are missing home.
We are missing home, and I mean, we left on the 8th of December, and that was the last time. I mean, we've FaceTimed with our daughter and our granddaughters. And the puppy doesn't really understand FaceTime, but
he's a bit silly.
Yeah. So I'm not. We kind of looked at it. We've been using this app, Ben, Bean, Bean, Bean,
with Bean.
Bean, like you've been a place, Bean.
Yeah, Bean.
And what I won't get to 100 countries on this cruise, but I think I'll get to 99. I think I'm going to be one country short, and that's with going to San Marino tomorrow. We're going to do Monaco. We haven't booked it yet. And we did book Andorra. So those are like 3 bonus countries. But then when you add up all the other ones, I think when we get to Greenland, which will be the last new country for us.
But you haven't been to Wales.
I haven't been to Wales.
So 2025, we'll both reach 100 countries.
We'll both reach 100. And when we come back, because we have a Norwegian cruise out of Southampton in August of 25.
Don't have to whisper that.
We're on a Norwegian cruise in August of 2025 that goes around the British Isles, and it stops in Northern Ireland, which I haven't been to, and then we're going to probably take a side trip through Wales just to cover that one too. I've been to Ireland, and Tam will have been to Ireland by then because we stopped there in Cork on this trip.
But I haven't been to Scotland yet.
And Tam hasn't been to Scotland yet.
My nan was Scottish,
so Tam will pick that up. I know, we're trying to figure out where we could get an extra country, though.
We really can't.
We looked. Technically yesterday, if we had thought about it, we maybe could have gotten to Andorra.
Not Andorra.
Not Andorra.
No. Not Angola.
What is it?
Now I've lost it. I don't know.
Armenia. Is it Armenia?
No.
I don't know. There's an A country that's right next to Greece. And I can't remember what it was.
Albania.
Albania. Thank you. From what I've seen, San Marino looks very pretty. I'm looking forward to that actually. Thank you, Bethan, Albania. Yep, we're like brain fart on that. We sailed right by it along, so close we could almost count it.
We got photos of it.
Yeah, it's like we're in Italy today. We're in Bari, and then we go to Ravenna, and then Trieste, Italy, and then we do three in Croatia, Montenegro, Corsica, Malta. We go to Malta, and then Sicily, and then we come up the other side, and we've got Naples, Civitavecchia, Livorno for Florence, Pisa, and Portofino in Italy. So we do a bunch of Italy. No, hello. Charlie loved Albania. It looked pretty.
There's a lot of new resorts in that we saw from where we were.
There's a lot of people that are following the Euros football tournament that's going on. They've been playing it on the pool screen and things like that. So I don't really follow it. I know a bunch of people do though on the ship. Copper is before Croatia. Yeah, Slovenia. We do Slovenia first. We do Slovenia, and then so Copper is Slovenia. Then there's like three. Oh, Split. That's the other one we're going to do at Port C Day because we've been to Split, Croatia, before. So we would probably do that as a Port C Day. But then we do Zadar, Dubrovnik, and Split are the three Croatian ports. Aw, I'm glad they really like Charlie's hair.
We haven't been to Albania yet.
Yeah. You need to be an honorary England supporter then. Okay, deal. Is that who's is England just, I'm totally dumb on that. Is it just one England team? It's not, it's like all of England?
It's a World Cup, so unlike World Cup things in America, people actually have countries represented.
Because I mean, there's football's very popular, and you have like Manchester and all these other places.
If it's the World Cup, you play for your country.
Okay, all right. Well, I was going to say I'll root for them, but I don't root for them because that's an Australian thing. I will cheer for England. Is that what you say? So I will give an honorary. I will be an honorary England supporter. How's that? Hey, from Tasmania. We love Tasmania. It's beautiful. So yeah, though there's a lot of other Europeans in there. So, but I will cheer for England. This is going to be so I guess Scotland will have its own team, right? It's England, not UK. So it'll be like a Scottish team and a Wales team and an England team, or is it a UK team? I'm really dumb on this stuff. The Red and White Army. Hey, Newcastle, Australia. We had a good day in Newcastle. We enjoyed that.
We didn't go to Newcastle.
Scotland's in, but Wales never qualified. Okay. So they have their own team. So it's by country, not.
So are you allowed to vote for England if Scotland is in because Audrey's Scottish?
Yes, that'll be fun, won't it? I'll barrack for England and Scott, and then we'll have a little rivalry between me and Cruz Mom.
You may piss Audrey off. I don't know if you're allowed to do that.
I don't know. How are you feeling as the cruise? So mixed feelings, I mean, we're tired. I think we'll get a second wind as we start seeing more and more of these new places, and once we get used to people coming back. So, but we're excited to still see a lot of places. We've got friends that are leaving. We're kind of bummed about that. So it's kind of mixed. I am ready to be home, but I'm still ready to see a bunch of places too.
Well, I want to do the Baltic area.
Yeah, which I've never been to the Baltic areas. I mean, I've been to Copenhagen, Amsterdam, and I've been to Oslo and Christiansand.
We're excited to see Bethan in Southampton.
We
actually have your name on our calendar as a shore excursion.
We did.
I put down Bethan.
Bethan as a shore excursion.
I want you in a shore excursion.
So we're super excited for that. We will definitely have a second wind in Southampton. And we actually, even though they have a free escape to the Jameson Distillery in Cork, we actually somebody was selling their shore excursion ticket in Ireland out of Cork to do Barney Castle and go around countries in Ireland out of Cork to do Barney Castle and go around countryside of Ireland. And I've been to the Blarney Castle. I've kissed the Blarney Stone, but I think Tam needs the gift of gab.
Yeah, people told me I don't.
Yeah,
But people wouldn't know that because on your lives you always talk the most.
I know. In
So
in real life, I don't talk as much. And yes, Beth Ann is going to meet us.
we get to meet Beth Ann in South End.
I've done the Guinness Factory tour in Dublin. When next year we go to Dublin, the British Isles tour stops in Dublin. Um, we'll have to see what everyone wants to do. I love the Guinness Factory tour, and there's nothing like if you like Guinness, which I do. I also like Murphy, which is another Irish beer. Um, Guinness tastes so much different at the Guinness factory than it does when you export it. It seemed like there was something about it that tasted different. They take notes from Gustav's excursion in South Africa. Drinks and snacks and at the ready was a hit. We did see that. They were with Allie and Andrew. Is that the one? Bringing all the Cadburys. Yay, we like Cadburys.
That's how so she can get a photo of me. She promised me Cadbury.
She did. Um, so we've been to Amsterdam before. We probably will get off because that's the last. Once we leave Amsterdam, we go across the North Sea to Ireland and then Greenland and then to New York City. Or we do St. John's, Newfoundland, and then New York. So we'll probably have to get some crew candy in Amsterdam. So we'll at least get off for that. But we've been to Amsterdam. We spent a few days there before our river cruise we did in 2014. Um, Pubs for drinks and lunch are good. We like pub food.
Portrait of Mark. Did we see a Mark portrait of Mark? I saw
Yes,
some photos.
that was the one in the it was an electronic one, so it changes. It's in by the shops. That one that had the picture that looked like Mark.
No, Beth Ann
Oh,
asked,
Beth
did
Ann's
we
portrait of
see
Mark.
a portrait of Mark?
We did.
I saw some of the photos with the butterfly wings and stuff. I don't know if I saw the portraits. I might need to
Beth
look.
Ann took a bunch of pictures with Mark.
I've gone down a rabbit hole of the Karen Reid case on TikTok, so I've not seen most other content because I'm down a really bad rabbit hole right now.
They are. They're like constantly, and then talking to other people about it, and
If
then
anybody hasn't seen the Karen Reid case out of Canton in Boston, Massachusetts, you should just Google Karen Reid.
it's a rabbit hole.
And it's a rabbit hole you'll never come back out of.
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Um,
He made with mud.
Mark is beautiful, so I imagine any portrait of Mark would be beautiful.
I saw some photos with the wings and stuff.
Yeah,
He's got so much smoke.
he does.
He is an amazing human being.
We love Mark. He must go down the Karen rabbit hole. Yeah, okay. That's you and Tam.
It's time consuming. It's a time consuming thing. I've literally not done anything else on TikTok but watching different things.
I can admit that they've not done much other than that.
I literally have been consumed by the Karen Reid rabbit hole.
Yeah, Karen Reid. It's like a trial case.
So it's a woman that was accused of purposely running over her police officer boyfriend and killing him. But that's definitely not what happened to the person, and the cops are covering up for other cops. It is crazy.
So we will try and bring our sunshine to England with us. It's kind of a heat wave going on in Europe right now, from what we've heard. It's getting hotter and hotter, so
Hopefully they bring some sunshine.
we will bring ourselves and we will bring a ray of sunshine. But hopefully the clouds will part and it'll be really nice. So you're in the Netherlands in 2 weeks. That's cool. When is the first official day of summer for you? I mean, because it varies. In Australia, it's like June 1st, right? But in the U.S., we do it on the equinox.
Are you saying summer's June 1st in Australia? That would be winter.
I mean, December 1st. Sorry. Hemisphere crossing.
Yes.
Yeah.
September 1st of September in Australia is spring, and summer is the 1st of December.
Where we do it in the U.S., we do it on the equinox and the solstice. So I guess it'd be the solstice for summer, not the equinox. My bad. And so those are important days too. Especially,
Mexico is a good place to cruise to.
We like Mexico.
Yeah.
It's actually not a bad place to There's something about the Yucatan. I think Tam really feels like a spiritual bond to Yucatan. So Mexico, Belize, that area has got a special place for us. I saw somebody do a TikTok from Scotland. It was Edinburgh, and it's like it's summer. They're getting ready to go to start their summer vacation. And it's cold and rainy, and I mentioned that to Audrey, and she's like, "Yep, that's Edinburgh." Sometimes they wonder if they get summer. It's hit or miss whether they get summer or not.
The pool does look really good in the video.
It looks inviting.
It makes me want to go swim.
Maybe we'll have to do that on one of our port sea days. Audrey, I think, had a good birthday. You saw her video where somebody gave her like 60 balloons and all kinds of stuff, and it's really a birthday month. It's a month of Audrey to celebrate. Where are you at the moment? We're in Bari, Italy, coming to you live from our living room. Bari. What did I say, Bari?
You said Bari.
Bari. I guess Bari. I mispronounce things. That's what I do. That's why Tam, people like, Tam's like, why does Tam correct me? Because I say things wrong. I mispronounce things. You did it for your 40th, a month of Beth Ann. It is beautiful but cold. I have not been to Edinburgh, but I've been to Glasgow and Fort William and Inverness. My first marriage, we got married in Inverlochy Castle near Fort Williams, and it was in November, so it was cold. Why would anybody go to Scotland in November? I don't know, but
because they're crazy.
Because they're crazy. Live in London. We loved London. London was one of our favorite places we visited. We spent 5 days there in October of 2022. Hey, hi.
My daughter wants to move there.
Yeah, Jordan would move there in a heartbeat if they could.
But it's too cold.
It is too cold. They might have cheap flights. We're going to have to fly there next August. We haven't booked airline tickets yet, obviously. It's too far away, but we've got to get from Florida to probably into Heathrow and then go down to Southampton and then back. So we need to get round trip tickets from Orlando to Heathrow. Which last time we did British Air was a really nice flight. So where we head next on this cruise, Ravenna. Where a lot of people are getting off to go to Venice, but we've been to Venice. We spent a few days there in 2022. So we're going to go to San Marino, which is the oldest republic, I think they said. It's
yes,
the oldest independent republic, and it's a little enclave country in the middle of Italy. Not in the middle, but it's surrounded by Italy.
That's what makes it an enclave country.
That's what makes it an enclave country. Which airline did Mark use? Oh, it was Icelandic Air, was it? Because he went to Reykjavik. I don't know. I didn't really catch up on which one Mark had used. But British Air was nice. Oldest constitutional republic. Wow, that's so cool. I'm actually really looking forward to tomorrow going to San Marino.
That's very cute. It looks cute. I watched videos.
So I don't know that has Tam. So I got Tam, TJ, and Beth Ann are moderators. And I don't know. Have you guys been busy? Last one was super busy. It's like nonstop blocking, but today didn't seem too bad. But I don't know what you guys have been doing. Maybe you guys are doing it all behind the scenes.
Maybe TJ is, because I'm not.
Maybe TJ's been doing it.
TJ is awesome. I did see something come up and it disappeared, so I figured that was TJ.
Yeah. Where are you visiting in France? Well, we have a bunch of places in France. Hold on, I'll tell you. Let me consult the calendar. So we are going to. Um, um,
Yeah, I saw that on your live feed, on one of your feeds about TikTok blocking random comments for no reason.
yeah, I don't understand it. It's like somebody asked me, like I have my Buddha necklace, and people are like, "Oh, I left your necklace. What's on your necklace?" And I put Buddha, and I just put Buddha, and it gets blocked, and then I have to go appeal it, and they put it in. It's really
Beth
weird.
wants to join.
Beth wants to join. Do you want to join, Beth?
Wants to join your live.
I don't know how to do that.
Swipe back across. There should be a request to invite.
Let's see how this works.
Hello.
Hi.
I don't even know how
Oh,
I did that.
you
You need
you'll need a headphone because there you go. Hi. Did you mean to do that, Beth?
I don't know whether when I first joined the live, I was just pulling up in my car. So I wonder if I pressed it. Has it been there a long time, TJ? But
Okay.
either
Well,
way, whilst I've got you here, when I saw Mark last week, he said to me that you two were the only reason that he survived the full length of his cruise, and that he couldn't have done it without you. And yeah, he just didn't. He couldn't have said enough good things about you. So I just wanted you to know that
we adopted him.
Yeah, he did say you're his parents, you're his moms.
So he joined us for dinner every night. We had an extra seat, so he came. A lot of time him and Nadine came, and they joined us for dinner. It was really nice.
Yeah, he's so sweet, isn't he? Like underneath.
He's amazing.
Yeah, like he's such a nice guy. Me and Nicola. Yeah. But me and Nicola were talking about.
But he doesn't want people knowing that.
He will just stick up for everybody. Like when he saw those girls getting kind of harassed, and everyone else was just stood there doing nothing, and he just screamed across, "Get out of her picture!" Like, and he's such a nice guy. So tall in real life.
He is.
Yes.
Well, Bobby, you're tall.
And very skinny.
Yeah.
I am tall too.
Compared to me and Nicola,
my favorite picture from Mark was the prom picture we did together when we both dressed up in pink. That was so cool.
Oh, he's such a beautiful man.
And
I
wasn't planned that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they just both wore the same colour that day, so they got the prom clothes.
Because he was giving me a little bit of cruise inside info about some things that looked like they'd just happened, but really he'd planned like some of the stuff when he was on, and I was like, "That's amazing! You're so clever." Like he,
Oh, no, there was no nefarious things going on.
Yeah, he was just like, this is my plan, and it obviously worked. So yeah, I really enjoyed meeting him and Nicola. We had such a good time. Yeah, I'm not going to say what, Nicola. I'm just saying, you know.
My favorite part of the whole of my being on here, my favorite cruise info was the book club with the penguins.
That was really clever.
No cruise will ever beat the penguin book club for me.
Where he took a shore excursion to go visit the penguins, and he sat down right next to him and read a book to him.
He loved the penguins, and now he's finally got to see his puffins as well, so he's happy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I think that's what he was doing in Iceland, wasn't he? Going to see puffins. We're just waiting for him to post.
He loves animals. He's really sweet.
Yeah, he's so sweet. But I was talking to Audrey and Joe about doing, when I'm in Southampton, because obviously they're there the night before, doing like a Mr. and Mrs. with them. You know, when you see it at weddings where they sit back to back and they have to say who's the messiest and they guess it. But I was thinking that maybe we could do a Mrs. and Mrs. with you two the next day when you're in Southampton. It's like a little... Yeah,
we could do that.
Well, you know, like who's people can send questions and we can. I thought it would be fun.
We can do that.
Yeah,
I'm up for that.
Okay.
Are you up for that?
I just said okay.
Okay. We'll let Tam think about it. No pressure, Tam. You've got it's only a month now, isn't it? Just over a month to.
It's coming quick, isn't it?
Yes.
That's okay.
It's coming really quick.
I'm good at being honest.
Right, well, I'll get asking people to send me their questions. Yeah, I'm so pleased I get to see ND as well. How has that worked out so well? Because
that is awesome.
he's getting off the day that you get to Southampton, right? So it's like it's gone full circle.
So,
yeah,
she's doing Barcelona to Southampton.
Yeah. Wow. And then we'll be on the home straight, I guess, for you guys. I don't know what I'm going to do with my life.
Have to get into new Karen Reid. Go down to Karen
No,
Reid.
don't go down
I would
it.
like to see you.
Do you know what, Tam?
I'm watching so many cruise talkers now with Karen Reid rabbit hole.
Oh, really? Well, I'm about to do some work,
so
I might just put it on in the background.
But some of them are American. They have very bad accents, and I don't like listening to them. So
okay,
do it.
So, okay, you nominate me. Good stuff. Right, I'm gonna listen to your live because I didn't mean to jump on it. I'm gonna do some work.
Okay.
I will listen in.
All right. Well, it was nice talking to you both.
You too. Yeah,
we'll see you soon.
Just gonna get all snuggly and listen in.
All right, that sounds good.
See you later. Have a good day.
All right, bye.
Bye.
All right, let's see how. Hold on. We turn dual camera.
You don't need to.
Okay. All's good. Back to my first is who takes up more blankets. That's a hard question, but do we answer it now?
No.
Okay.
No. Beth Ann wants questions.
All right, so send that to Beth Ann. We'll answer. We will answer when we get there.
I'm not answering now, Beth Ann. You're fine.
We're good.
That's your choice. You do
that. When we get to Barcelona to that leg, we're really looking forward to Portugal. Actually, we have Lisbon and Porto, and we've never been to Portugal. We've got some friends that we met on board that are Brazilian, but they live in Portugal, and they're just telling us how it's a wonderful place to live as expats. And same thing with southern Spain. They said we had other friends that live in southern Spain that are from Ireland and England or Scotland, I think. And they live in southern Spain. So they're like, those two places are really good. So we'll see. We'll check those places out and see if they get added to our short list of places to live. So, and as we love good food and we love port, so of course Portugal we're looking forward to. We will probably bring some port home.
We've already got port.
We already have port. We have wine and port that we've been collecting as we go around the world.
It's going to be the hardest thing to get home.
So I've been to Dubrovnik, but Tam hasn't. But neither of us have been to Old Town. So we want to go to Old Town in Dubrovnik on this trip. I think the last time I was in Dubrovnik, I took a short excursion out into the country to like a little, what do you call them? Church or thing where they made their own alcohol.
A monastery?
Monastery, that's it. Thank you. I was trying to think of. It's a religious place where they.
And when we were in Croatia last, we were in Split, and we did a tour of everything around Split, Croatia already.
Hello from Massachusetts. Oh, people eating tasty animals. Bye. I'm sure. Thank you. Thank you, Dan. How many days do we have left? So I'm going to say it on the live because I was told not to put in the countdown. But I don't know how many we have left. I've stopped doing the math. It's like about 80 something, 85 maybe, 86, somewhere 85 days maybe left.
Josh and Ina are asking if we want anything from port. We've been here before, so we're good, but tell them thank you.
Tell them thank you. I appreciate that. They're awesome. Yeah, we've done Bari, Italy last time. We went and saw the whole place.
But we're not getting off because we can't get off here. We're getting off because we don't need to.
Yeah, it's safe.
We have the privilege of already being here and doing this.
Most of Europe is gay friendly and trans friendly, so there's no really too many issues. Montenegro, I think it'll be okay. but they are kind of anti-gay there. But I think we'll be okay. The pool does look inviting, doesn't it, with the fresh coat of paint on it?
It looks really inviting.
Yeah, and with the heat.
It's crazy. It's just a coat of paint, and then it makes you want to go for a swim.
Yeah, because before the light blue and the yellow were all chipped and multicolored.
But we need a bright red umbrella now.
I think Montenegro is going to be. When I did research, I didn't see anything that said negative, but we had, like I said, we had a friend we met from Montenegro who said he couldn't come out.
I think there's anti-sodomy laws there.
Yeah, there are a lot of places that had anti-gay laws,
There's a lot more
anti-sodomy
places with anti-gay laws
than anti-trans, and I don't know if that means they're okay for trans, or it means they haven't caught up, and they're anti-gay but hadn't thought about making it anti-trans, and so we worry about those places too. We're trying to be safe and be careful wherever we go. So, but that's the only one I think that I know of that's left.
It's fine for us to go.
Yeah.
We just like no PDAs or anything.
Other than when we get home to Florida, which of course is bad.
Always better safe than sorry.
Yeah. But we will get off because we want to say that we've been to Montenegro. So we'll get off and see what's there. So there's just a lot of stuff, and we're in the Med. It's going to be hot, and going up around Africa and sailing oceans, and there's always a swell. And we've gotten used to the rocking, but once you get into the Mediterranean, it's just been like flat. It's been.
So one of Made with Mud's comments got filtered. I wonder what got filtered.
I don't know. I don't know how to find out.
No, I don't think we can.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
TikTok filtering, we didn't do it.
Yeah.
It depends on if I had a word in it. We have some filtered. Well, we had some filtered words.
None of the little insects in winter in Scotland. Yeah, I mean that's a good thing. When it does get cold, is a lot of the little insects stop. It actually snowed when I was in Scotland in November. We actually got snow on the ground up near Inverness. So yeah, I don't know how the filtering algorithm works. Like I said,
it doesn't really work.
It picks the weirdest things to filter, and then it lets really crazy stuff in. So it doesn't seem to work great. But
yeah, because people re-spell hate comments in a different way to get it through filters and stuff.
I don't know. It's really crazy. But I am looking forward to a lot of the stops. But we don't plan to do a lot of stuff. There's so many little European towns where just getting off and doing a little walk around and maybe grabbing a bite, and is kind of what I'm thinking for some of these places where we don't have to go far. We don't need to do big excursions.
We don't need to see more churches. We don't need to see more temples. We don't need to see more shrines. We don't need to see more memorials. We don't need to see more modern art buildings. We don't need to see tallest buildings. We don't need to see things that were built after 1960.
I don't know that I miss land while on the ship, because I like going to different places, and I'm perfectly happy on just like give me a whole bunch of sea days.
I miss my garden a little.
We miss home. We miss family and our pets.
I want to see my garden grow.
Yeah, especially Mauritius and Reunion really hit Tam, I think, because they had so many of the plants and flowers that we have in Florida in our garden, or in Tam's garden. I think they were like, she got homesick for her garden, for their garden. So, hey.
And my critters.
I think I have to do the math, but I think it's like
80. What day are we at now?
We're day 191.
So 75?
So 85.
85.
I think 85.
85, yeah.
And I'm not, that's plus or minus one because I'm always off by one. But if Tam says it, I believe it.
No, what did you say 191, not 199?
191.
I thought you said 199.
I would day 191.
So I said 75. It's not 191.
191. So 274 minus 191 is X, and X is B. I don't do public math on live.
Oops. That would be 83.
83. Thank you, Tam.
199 would be 75. wasn't
You
listening.
like taking, oh, there's a lot of people that do cooking classes in different countries or food tours, you know, to try all the food, which is always kind of fun.
I don't like cooking.
Yeah, I'm not
So
really
I'm
a
going to put
cooking.
that out there. Don't like cooking. Don't
Thank you,
want to
Beth
take
Ann.
classes to cook. Other people can prepare my meals for me all the time, and I'd be happy.
So, yeah, I we do miss our dog, and I think he's still sad too. So,
It's going to be hard for George because
yeah,
4th of July is coming up, and he's got trauma
yeah,
around fireworks and things.
he really freaks out if there's any noises and stuff. And our neighborhood shoots off all kinds of fireworks and like the big mortar things that sound like a gunshot or a missile taken off. And so we put him in a we call it thunder
I
jacket,
think it's a thunder vest.
and then we have some tranquilizers for him and calming chews and things like that to handle him through 4th of July week. Because it's not just 4th of July; it starts a few days before and it goes for like most of the month. It's really bad.
And people in their neighbourhood shoot off the mortar fireworks
Yeah.
because they're idiots.
And there's just people that have, you know, PTSD, and you shouldn't be firing fireworks in a subdivision. You know, it's just not okay. But anyway, that's so we're kind of worried about our daughter handling that time of year. But and the other thing we're worried about being, you know, in Florida is we keep an eye on the tropics, and if there's any hurricanes coming towards Florida,
And the big storm scared Bandit too, so
big
he had
storms.
to
Yeah,
give him one of his tranquilizers the other day.
yeah. There's a lot of not like a hurricane, but just afternoon thunderstorms. We start getting into the thunderstorm time, and it's like those noises. Yeah,
Our puppy is a rescue and he's been shot as a baby. So he's very scared of anything that goes bang.
yeah.
And he doesn't like um, men in white trucks or men that wear baseball caps because we figured the people that used to abuse him were male in
Us
baseball
too.
caps driving a white truck.
Us too.
What?
Don't like men in white hats and baseball
No, he had
and
baseball hats
baseball
and white
caps and white
trucks.
trucks that are like um, raised up and everything. Um, so yeah, but our normal souvenir is magnets. We've done a few other things. I picked up quite a few earrings and dresses along the way. Those aren't normal souvenirs for me, but I do have a lot of new outfits um, through this cruise. Like this one today I'm wearing was from Mauritius. I picked up, so. But we're looking forward to it. We wanted to kind of like come on and say hi, and because we're starting a new phase now. Actually, kind of we're joking the other day, and it's partially true, I think, that this is like the unofficial end of the Ultimate World Cruise,
It really
because
is.
from here on out, this is like a Mediterranean cruise, and then it's like a Baltic cruise, and then it's like a transatlantic cruise, all which Royal does fairly regularly. So there's no really new spots. There's some spots that they don't go to as much, like Morocco. We're going to go to Morocco on segment 4, and but they have gone there before. It's not like a new port, but they don't go there a lot. So we leave this. I know, Lexi. I know. We've enjoyed having you on here.
I wanted to actually catch up with her. We should sit down and have a drink and that before she leaves.
You should come up to our living room
Have her
tonight.
come up to
Come up to
Freddie.
the living room, and we'll have a drink with you. Definitely before you leave.
I did not get to spend as much time with her.
No.
We haven't been in the dining room
Yeah,
since they picked us up at deck 5.
we normally have dinner on deck 5, and because of the amount of people, um, they closed deck 5, and so everyone was in deck 4 for dining. And we didn't really like it. There was too many people. It was kind of claustrophobic compared to deck 5. And so we're like, well, we're just gonna eat in the Windjammer. And so we ate like twice in the Windjammer, and now
Didn't like it either.
we kind of just we're up here, and they have like hors d'oeuvres, little snacks and hors d'oeuvres, and so we have a late lunch, and then we have a few snacks for hors d'oeuvres, and then that's our dinner.
Oksana and her family get off on the second day in Ravenna, don't they?
Yeah, I think they get off
They're
in
still here.
Ravenna.
I saw the husband today. So
Yeah,
they're still currently on. They get off the second day of Ravenna.
yeah, which is the turnaround day for Ravenna.
A lot of people. Lexi gets off.
Oh, you're welcome.
A lot of
We'd
people
love to
get
share.
off Lots of our friends get off.
Yeah.
And then people that aren't our friends get on.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're hoping that amongst the people that get on, there's a lot of diversity.
Yeah, I mean
that will make the ship better.
That's the one kind of shining thing is like, I know there will be some Americans coming on, but there'll be hopefully a lot of Europeans, and so there'll be differences of opinions and viewpoints and culture and diversity and things.
There's going to be around 300 children.
Yeah.
So that should hopefully piss off the people we don't like.
Yeah, that's what we heard, over 300.
Yeah.
So, which is for this class of ship, a lot of kids, because there's not a lot of things for kids to do.
They've got their own little water park, and they've got the kids club and everything.
For little kids, they have that. And they have the rock climbing
and the
wall.
Arcade and the rock climbing wall.
Yeah.
They've got everything.
So we've heard rumors that there is going to be another world cruise, but we haven't heard officially.
And we don't think it's going to ever be this length again, which is good because I think 9 months is a little long. Like, I understand that's why people started following this cruise.
Yeah.
But it is a little crazy to be on a ship for 9 months.
Yeah, 9 months is a long time.
One of the horrible men got off. The other one is off at the moment, but I think maybe getting back on in Ravenna.
Yeah.
So
we think Voldemort's getting back on, I think.
And didn't do the Africa segment are going to get back on second day of Ravenna. So we lose a lot of decent people like Lexi staff and our friends Lydia and Peter and David and Marie and other people that we really like get off, and then new people get on.
Would we do one again?
A 9 month cruise, no.
So when we started, we're like, yes. No. But now we're like, no, probably not. I think this is a one and done. We've, so yeah.
Like it's very overwhelming at the moment how many port days in this last part of it.
I think it'll be, in hindsight, look okay. We're just a little panicky right now because of how many port days in a row. And we knew, even when we first announced the world cruise, we're like, the Mediterranean is going to be insane. That was the thing I worried about the most, because it's so many port days in a row. And we need time to rest and recharge.
But I would do around South America and around Africa again. Like if they had separate cruises.
If they did like the segments, like Miami to LA.
3 months at a time.
Yeah, Miami to LA through Antarctica. We'd probably do that again. We'll definitely keep doing content.
If they actually did the South America, like the Miami to LA one, through Antarctica, I'd do that again in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
That was really good.
We liked Asia, most of Asia.
Those places we loved, that we'd love to go back to.
Yeah.
I'd do the Trans-Pacific again.
Yeah, definitely we could do a Trans-Pacific again.
We'll do the around Africa again.
So our cruise ends in Miami. Started in Miami and will end in Miami.
But I think if you do like 3 months at a time, like
a
3 months cruise, if they put it into 3-month sections,
then we could do that over time.
That would work. You could just do 1 3-month section at a time over a few years.
But for us, I don't want to speak for everyone, but for us, I think 9 months is too much. We're at the point now.
6 months flew by.
It did.
Like around Africa at times flew by. Like Alexi just literally feels like she just got on and then she's getting off.
All aboard, I think, is 2:30 today, so it's an early departure. And I think we could just be hitting a wall right now, and we will pick up another steam, and we'll.
And it could be like a part of it is that people are getting off that we really enjoy spending time with, and people that are getting on that we know we don't want to spend time with.
Yeah, but we may meet other people.
It may change.
Reverse culture shock going back to Florida. Yeah, well, we already know how bad Florida is. So.
Hey, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren. Welcome to Italy. You're in Italy, aren't you, Lauren?
Yeah, she's here.
She's here. I think we don't actually meet up, but I think we're like one port away from you. And I think when we're in Cittadina, you're in Civitavecchia, you're somewhere.
I think she'll be back in Rome, but
Yeah. We currently live in Florida, both live in Florida, yeah. Though we're looking for a place to move to. That was kind of our
dream. We're not sure after saying it's the first time she feels at home.
Yeah, that's our daughter's like, this is the longest she's lived in any house. First place she's felt like home. We're like, oh, okay, maybe things will get better. Maybe we'll just stay in Florida. Florida does have the advantage of having a lot of cruise ports near it. So if you want to cruise, you've got like four ports to choose from. So at some point soon, I can tell by the my little mic thing, I'm going to run out of power on the microphone. In which case, I will pop that off and try and use just the mic, but it may get a little
You can have my one.
not as good. No, it's the receiver part.
Oh.
Um, and yeah, Orlando is kind of the Central Florida is nice because we can drive. It's 35 minutes to Port Canaveral. It's
There's predictions that Florida may turn more blue.
hopefully, hopefully.
So if it does, it might be an okay place if things go well in November.
I think our county will stay red, unfortunately, but we'll see. Hopefully, more people come in that are
We're not getting
like-minded.
off today. We've been to, we came to Bari in 2022.
So there's a TUI ship in the background. And then there's a couple of ferries. So
And there's another little cruise ship in front of us too, but it's a little one.
Yeah, I can't see it from here, but so we're just going to stay on and enjoy the quiet ship for the last few days. We did get off in Corfu yesterday and got some crew candy and some magnets. We didn't make it to Old Town, but we had been there before.
Yeah, because the stupid cruise director was like, oh, the shuttle takes you into the town. And we're like, cool, we'll get the free shuttle into town. And we get out there. It just took us to the terminal, not the town.
Yeah.
He lied.
So it's a TUI ship. I don't know the name of it, but it's a TUI ship.
Yeah, I can't see the name.
It is.
It's a big one.
Yeah. It is freshly painted, so the pool does look inviting. We may use that on one of our port sea days coming up. So, and the good thing about this on port days is there's no golf simulator up here, so we don't have to hear all the whacking sound of people hitting a golf ball.
I'm thinking if Michael Bailey is coming on, I think he must come on today and get off a little bit.
You think he's going to come on today?
I think it's a possibility.
Because the President's Cruise is out of Barcelona, but it's next week, or I don't know when it starts, but we have friends that are getting off in Ravenna to go on the President's Cruise. So it's sometime after we get to Ravenna, the President's Cruise starts. So we were thinking Michael Bailey, who's the CEO of Royal Caribbean.
But that's only a 9-day cruise, the next one, isn't it? So they get off because they bought the cruise in segments.
Yeah.
So they didn't book the cruise from Ravenna.
I think they did.
Mm-hmm.
You talking about
Vic and Gale?
Vic and Gale? I thought they booked it all and they're leaving their stuff on because they haven't asked us to store anything. I don't know. Hey, from Australia. So we think Michael Bailey's coming on for a little bit, but we don't know when. We think it's either before the President's Cruise or after the President's Cruise. They're doing a lot of work. I mean, they painted the pool. The bar in our living room spins now. It was a rotating bar and it didn't rotate the entire time until like a week ago when they fixed it. So something's happening that they're doing a lot of work on the ship. So, hello from Australia. We love Australia. We will be back to Australia. Whether we end up moving there or not, I don't know. But our family's in Australia, so we'll definitely go back. And if we can do a cruise at least one of the ways, that would be ideal. But we'll see how that works. Got to sell the boat first. If you saw the video the other day, we have a boat on yachtworld.com. It's a 1998 Sea Line Statesman. Beautiful boat in great condition. And maybe Whoopi is joining. Maybe.
Someone said that too. It's not the first person to say that.
Yeah. I don't know. That would be awesome. But if we can sell the boat, then we have a lot more flexibility to do things. Cruise to South Pacific from Sydney, the best. Actually, me and Tam met on a South Pacific sampler out of Sydney in 2013. Went to Noumea Fiji and New Zealand and came back to Sydney. It was a 14-day cruise. We are in Bari, Italy today. Hey, yep, you've got it live. Thank you. So we're not going to do too much. I'll probably do some editing later. Hey, from Amsterdam, we will be there. I will tell you when we'll be there. Hold on, let me get my. Somebody asked a question and then I got distracted, so let me go back to the question. Let me answer this. We're going to be in Amsterdam in August. In the 19th of August, we'll be in Amsterdam. But somebody asked what ports we're going to be in France, and I was looking that up, and then I got distracted. So
They might not even be on it.
you may not be on anymore, but if just to be for complete, we are going to be in Corsica, a little island there that belongs to France, Cannes, Nice, Provence, and Palma de Mallorca are the ports we have in France. So those are our French ports, and then we get a couple in Spain. My favorite is Mystery Island. I've never been to Mystery Island, and from what I heard, a lot of people, it's a mystery because it's a tender port and they don't always go. Watch out for the bikes. Yes, we saw that when we were there last time. They believe they have the right of way. They probably do have the right of way, but they are crazy. Um, I am looking forward to next ports that we like. Um, I actually, for some reason, want to see Portofino. I don't know why.
Yes, had my eggs.
Tam did have their eggs
I
today.
had some yesterday that were not great, so I was very cautious today, but I still had them.
Yeah, they were like spoiled yesterday. Their eggs were bad.
Luckily, I didn't eat them.
Yeah.
They just looked wrong.
And we come to the UK in August. We will be I think August is that? Let me look. Actually, we were just talking to Beth Ann about that. No, we're there in July actually, the 26th of July. 26th of July, we'll be in Southampton.
Well, that's all we're doing there, isn't it? That's the only UK stuff.
That's the only UK port, and then we have a short excursion to go visit Beth Ann, who's coming to visit us.
So we're just getting off the ship.
Yeah. Coming back to Australia, not on this cruise, but we will be back to Australia in the future because we have family that lives there. So
it depends, because our daughter wants to come over to the US.
Yeah.
Probably next year, so maybe 2026 before we're back in Australia.
Yeah, that'll probably be the earliest. 26 is to get back to Australia. So, but we will be back. I love Australia. We talked about maybe moving to Australia, but our daughter seems to be, she feels home now where we're living, and so we're gonna reevaluate what we're doing based on that. Yeah, she needs to be part of that discussion, and so once we get home off the world cruise, we'll sit down and talk about what we want to do long term, where we want to go, where we want to live.
And our other daughter, Australia, wants us to stay near Disney World for a while.
Yeah, she wants free hotel in Florida, which we've had some friends that have come over too. It's like nice because can we come over and stay with you guys and then go to Disney?
Go to Universal and Disney World and stuff because we're not too far.
Yeah.
And the Orlando airport's easy to get to.
Yeah. Have a lot of people stayed for the whole 9 months? So when we started, it was about
600.
It was about 650 when we started, but I think now it's under 600 that are doing the full 9 month. Because
I think now it's sitting at about 590.
Because when we went around Africa, a bunch of people got off for Africa, and we're not calling them full world cruisers anymore because
they're quitters.
As Tam says, they're quitters. Because they got off, they went and and they got a refund for that leg. And so if you get a refund for Royal for a whole leg or multiple legs,
you're a former world cruiser.
Then you're a former world cruiser who's back, or as Tam says, a quitter. But I don't think they like that. Though Tam was going to make up a poster board to hang that says "Welcome back, quitters." We'll see how well that goes.
I don't care. They're quitters. They're not a full world cruiser because they haven't been on for the full cruise.
Yeah.
If they got is that little cruise ship moving? Or?
There's the one in front of us is moving. I'll try and see what too later. We're not moving. I'm gonna take this off the little thing so you can see. There's a The little ship that was in front of us is pulling away. And it was, I think, yeah, Tal, Dal Maggia. I don't know, but it's leaving. Tam does say how it is. I've set this back up here. Now that I've honked it up, let me see if I can fix it. Oh, there we go. Stand back in. That's probably not the view we had. I'm sorry. Do that, and then kind of go like this a little bit. Left, right, center.
That's good.
Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
See. You know, it's. Thank you. This is our. We love our living room here. This is the 9-month cruise, and Tam says how it is for sure. Um, do we regret anything with this trip? No, I wouldn't say we regret anything.
No.
Nothing we regret. We've enjoyed it. We are a little tired of traveling at the moment, and we will get a second leg, and we will good.
The time changes have got me all backed up. So we gained an hour, went back an hour last night. So
Yeah.
I slept okay last night. But when we lose an hour, I don't like it.
We had like 3 days in short succession where we lost hours of sleep, and that didn't do well for us.
Yep, you're in winter in Australia, so the weather here will be better because this is their summer.
Well, that's where, I mean, Tam was from Victoria, and we like that area, but it gets cold in the wintertime, and so we're looking for places to live where it doesn't really get cold.
Yeah, I don't like the cold. I hibernate in the cold.
So I would say we're not really ready for the cruise to be over, but we are.
No, I still want to do the Baltic.
Tired at the
I still
moment.
want to do Greenland and Norway. Those are the places.
It is 12:06 here in on board.
And it is more like a cruise now.
Yeah,
than a world cruise because you can come do the Mediterranean cruising quite easily.
Yeah.
The other areas we've done were firsts for Royal. So
I think like Barcelona to Southampton is a little. It's not unique because they have done that before, but it's not as. I mean, like Rome to Barcelona, you can do a dozen of those in the Mediterranean each year. Ravenna to Rome, there's a bunch of those you can do.
It wasn't a cruise ship; it's a ferry.
A ferry. The Baltics from Copenhagen and things like that, a bunch they can do. Transatlantic from Amsterdam back over through Iceland and Greenland, not that rare. So there's a lot of, it's just like normal cruising. I mean, you can book these anytime. It's not like Africa was a once in a lifetime thing to go around Africa. Doing all of these, Antarctica, first time Royal's ever done that.
Like 2, nearly 3 months of cruising.
Yeah.
Which is still amazing.
Yeah.
And we're still blessed. And we're not going to minimize it.
No.
But we are actually at the point where I'd like to see my puppy dog.
Yeah. And, and some people, we have friends that when we got to LA, took 5 days off and went home to get puppy love. And I get it now. It's that's important, to just kind of like have a refresh and come back.
And also because we know that he's very scared of fireworks and stuff, and the 4th of July is going to hurt him.
So how did we decide to take this cruise? They offered it, and we
didn't think.
We didn't really think too hard.
Let's do that.
We're like, I had wanted to do a world cruise when I retired, and I was looking at different options and different companies that offer them. Nothing was really. I mean, Holland America offered a cool one that kind of went around South America and Antarctica, and also went around Africa. But nobody ever offered that again after I retired, and so we're kind of just keeping an eye out. We were actually going to do the Great Loop on our boat that's for sale. We were going to go around,
which is why we're selling the boat because we can't afford to do the Great Loop now because we did this cruise.
And we're like, well, when they offered the cruise and we're an inside cabin, for the cost of doing this world cruise for us would have been about the same as doing the Great Loop.
If people don't know what the Great Loop is, it's in your own boat. You travel a loop around. You go up the east coast of the US. You go up through the canals and the big lakes and stuff, and you come back down along the Mississippi into the Gulf area and go back through or around Florida back home. So it's something that there's people do the Great Loop and climb Mount Everest. It's a big thing, but also meant steering our own boat, cooking our own meals, and doing everything. And the cost of it would have been as much as being on this.
Because you have to think about, you got diesel fuel because we had twin motors. So diesel fuel, the cost to stay in marinas, the cost for getting the food, the maintenance on the boat, because boats always have maintenance. You got to do stuff on the boat. And if you added up all those costs, it would be close to the cost of doing this world cruise. So we don't really have e-jobs. I'm retired, and we're just kind of,
our savings is now gone, so someone could buy our boat. That would be
we kind of have this little side hustle going on with TikTok and YouTube, but that's about it. It doesn't really pay a whole lot, but it's kind of nice to have some play money that comes in. So thank you for following us. And you have to cook and clean yourselves, and steer the boat and worry about going through locks and all this stuff. It's just
a lot more work.
It is a lot of work.
Sitting on a world cruise is not really work.
Up here, we're in our living room until the bar opens, and they come and they give us alcohol.
We did buy our boat to do the Great Loop, so she's a good boat for that. If somebody wants to do that,
we're hoping somebody that wants to do the loop will buy it and love it, because she's a beautiful boat. And we love it.
We spent a lot of money on getting it up, ready to go.
Then that's money we're not going to get back, but that's okay. I mean, hopefully we've left the boat in a better condition than when we bought it.
It does sound like too much work, which is why we're on a world cruise instead, and we're selling the boat.
Yeah. It is. What has been the biggest pro and con of this adventure? Pro and con? So we've met a lot of wonderful people that we're going to have lifelong friends with. I think that one of the pros is we've met a lot of great people. We've got to see amazing places that will live with us forever, like Antarctica, Moorea, going through Asia, all of Japan. The cons, weight gain, and people that we meet, the other people that we meet that are, entitled or racist or transphobic and homophobic. Those people, guests that we met that are ugly inside, have been the con, and we've gained a lot of weight too. I mean,
it is summer here, so we get summery.
Yeah,
that's one good thing about the ship is most of the time it's been relatively warm.
Yeah,
we've had a couple of cold bits, and we're going to get a couple more cold bits, but. And people say how summery we look. I'm wearing tracksuit pants still. I'm still wearing tracky dads.
We knew before we started that there were 5 countries that we couldn't get off of that were anti-trans, and so our eyes were open going in. We knew there was Indonesia, Malaysia, Sri Lanka, UAE, and at the time it was Oman. We didn't go to Oman because we changed itineraries, but we added Ghana. We did, between the research and then, invaluable to us was boots on the ground. People that we've talked to that have friends that live in some of these places, it's like, yeah, Indonesia's bad, don't get off in Lombok, but Bali is okay. Malaysia's bad, don't get off in Kuala Lumpur, but Penang is okay. Sri Lanka is okay to get off of, even though they have the anti-trans laws. Don't get off in UAE, those kind of things. So we had some boots on the ground intel from people.
And John Stennett was also doing research.
Yeah, John was helping us out and doing research, and so
it all worked out.
It all worked out.
We're still here. It was good. We've had no issues anywhere we've been.
So I worked at the Kennedy Space Center. I've got 2. If you go to our YouTube channel, I've got 2 lives I did with Ask Bobby about her career at NASA. We'll probably do another one. But short answer is I started on the space shuttle program. Space Shuttle main engines, and I ended work in SLS and Orion.
Oh my gosh, that was actually a short answer.
It was a short answer.
What happened there? You don't do short answers with NASA stuff.
So, where are you to next? Next port is Ravenna. But if you mean after the World Cruise, we're going to go home for a little bit. We do have the Big Gay Cruise booked out of Miami on Independence of the Seas, February 3rd. It's a 5-day cruise that goes to Cozumel and Grand Cayman. And if anyone wants to book that and meet us, because it's easier to meet on a 5-day cruise than a world cruise, We will be there. We will be on that big gay cruise on Independence of the Seas, February 3rd, 2025, and we'd love for people to book it and meet us, and have a tag up and spend some time with us. So that would be awesome. Tacky ducks are an anytime weather must. Tacky ducks. Yeah, definitely. That's Tam's
Definitely
go-to.
my go-to.
That's Tam's go-to. Would ever do a group from Australia? Next time we go to Australia, we would. Probably. We've met some people in Australia, in Sydney and Newcastle and things along the way. We've met people in, matter of fact, Lexi's on. We met her in the Rocks in Sydney. Had tea with her, lovely, and then she's on here. So, morning from Oregon.
And there's a lot of Australians on board. We've probably got about 50 Australians on board.
There is a lot of Australians on board, which is nice because
we've also got Tailored to Me. Her and her husband and her family are on board.
Yeah. So it's been nice.
Well, if I come to Australia, probably 2026.
Yeah.
Melbourne is my home. My sister lives in Sunshine. I used to live around Werribee Hoppers Crossing area.
Yeah.
Our daughter actually lives between Melbourne and Adelaide, so she doesn't live in Melbourne anymore.
Yeah.
But I've got family and friends all around Melbourne. My brother lives in Altona. So I've got family and friends all over there.
So we will definitely be back. Tam's dad is still in Australia.
He's in Gippsland.
Gippsland. So we would do that. So
my favourite cousin's in Gippsland.
And then after the big gay cruise, we're doing the Norwegian cruise, which is the British Isles, and that's like, I think like August 19th. It's like a 10 or 11 day cruise around the British Isles, and then we'll spend some more time in the UK. Just
not far from Narre Warren.
Okay.
I used to live in Narre Warren. I used to live across from what is now a big shopping centre. Used to be Fountain Gate.
Oh, you took me to that shopping centre.
Yeah, I used to live like 1 block away from there. I've got friends that live not far from Narre Warren. They live in like Cranbourne and stuff. Like Luba and Cassie both live not far from there. Two of my good friends.
That's awesome.
So definitely be over that way.
Mornington
Peninsula. You don't know where that is.
I don't know where that is. No, I was like, do you know where that is? I'm sure you know where that is.
Yeah, Mornington Peninsula. I had a holiday house in Dramana as a kid. So my dad bought a holiday house there.
Grew up in the western suburbs.
May know that face. I used to work a lot. I've been all around Victoria, to be honest, but worked in retail in what is now a big shopping centre too, but used to be Werribee Plaza. Fountain Gate makes you think of Kath and Kim.
Yeah, they showed me a little of that just to see the look at me thing, but yeah, I've never seen it. It's been
there's been lots of places in, like if you go to Victoria or Australia, there's many places there that I've lived or I've got friends at. So.
Yep.
I can't even.
I grew up in Connecticut, but then we moved to Florida to go to college and just stayed in Florida. And then those are the only two places I've ever lived. All in the United States, unfortunately.
We moved around a lot when I was little too, so I've been in lots of different places.
We were in a house my dad built, and then he built an addition onto it. And then until when I was 20, I moved to Florida to go to college. Well, do we want to call it a quit, or do we want to keep talking?
I don't know, it's up to you.
What's the other ship in the background? It's a TUI ship, and Royal Caribbean has a stake in TUI. They are a partial owner, but it's not Royal Caribbean brand. It's not one of the three big ones that
They've got half. They've got 49%.
Yeah, they have a 49% stake in it, but it's not one of the three. Like Royal Caribbean Group is made up of Royal Caribbean, Celebrity, and Silver Seas. And those three brands make up what they call the Royal Caribbean Group from a stock standpoint. They have a ownership in TUI, but it's not part of their brand. Um, they ran from the caravan park in Mary Warren.
Early 90s. When did I live in Narre Warren? It was late 90s because it was when. Hang on. Meadow Wood Walk was the name of the street we used to live on. And it would have been, Jordan was a baby, so 97, 98.
Okay.
So late 90s.
We'll probably have people start to filter back in the next hour or so because all aboard is 2:30. It's currently 12:20. So probably in the next hour, people start filtering back in. You can see there's like one or two people at the pool now, like laying out. I don't know if you can see on the video because it's kind of aimed at the pool, but and then we have an early departure from here to sail up to Ravenna.
Which tomorrow we get to go to San Marino.
So I'm really looking forward to that.
Me too. Hence why I just said it.
We would do a celebrity. I've done one in the past, but now that they're matching Royal and we'll be Pinnacle by the time we hit New York, and so we will be Zenith on Celebrity. We would look at doing a celebrity cruise because we get it's like being on this one. We get the alcohol package and we would get the free internet and everything now because we're at that level. So yes, the ship rejoined the original itinerary yesterday in Corfu. So from here on in, we're playing through like nothing ever happened. So anyone that had a calendar before the World Cruise that says here's where we're going to be, the last month and a half was all off. Now we're back on the original plan. Well, not the original plan, but we're on the plan that we set sail out of Miami on. Morning, hey Hillary. Morning. I think we were gonna try and meet up with Hillary in New York. I think, if I remember right. I think Sabrina went and bought tickets for a musical in New York. I don't know what we're doing yet. You don't have to keep booking cruises. It's not like a casino thing. Once you get to that point, you're Pinnacle forever. Um, Obviously, you don't book, you don't grow to double Pinnacle and things like that. But you get to keep them. It's not like an airline miles thing where you have to use them or you lose that status. We'll be Pinnacle from here on out. So every cruise we go on, we'll get 6 free drinks and we'll get free Wi-Fi, which are the main one. The free Wi-Fi is the main one for
And then
me.
every 350 points you get a free cruise.
Yeah, every 350. So when you get Turn Pinnacle, you get a free 7-day cruise on a balcony anywhere in the Caribbean, or $250 worth off a cruise if it's not in the Caribbean. But if it's in the Caribbean, it doesn't matter how.
Not 250, 2,400.
Yeah, that's what I meant to say. $2,400.
Not $250.
$2,400 off any other cruise if it's not in the Mediterranean. But if it's in the Mediterranean, it could be like an $8,000 cruise if it's on a newer one. The only trick is if it's on a new ship, it has to be in service a year before you can do it for a Pinnacle cruise. How has the Wi-Fi been? The Wi-Fi's been excellent. Other than China when it was turned off for U.S. reasons, and in India when it was turned off for Indian reasons. Everywhere else has been awesome. And I tell people this, when we were in Antarctica. So Antarctica is below where most of the Starlink satellites go. There's only a small percentage, like 5% of the satellites that go down below like 59 degrees inclination. So there was only a subset of satellites. And yet when we were in Antarctica, there was at least 5 TikTokers that were doing a live stream from Antarctica on Starlink. And just that blows my mind. It is gorgeous and sunny here. Yeah, many people told me to stop the countdown. It was bumming too many people out. So I did. But and now of course I've lost track of it in my head. That was the only way I could remember it. But I guess we can do math. Math works. We subtract numbers.
We don't want to know.
What's that?
Just leave it be.
Yeah, we'll keep going. There's going to be things coming up like we'll get to day 200 soon, and you're like, oh, 200 days on the cruise, and then you'll know it's like 74 days left. But when do we go to Malta? It's after Montenegro is Malta. Let me look. Let me consult the calendar. Um, Malta is Qatar. On the 28th of July, we will be in Malta. Oh, thank you, TJ. You're quicker than I am.
Is that when we're in Malta that
Yeah,
we're
Malta
at
is for
200 days?
the 28th is 200 days. Okay, so we'll be in Malta on 200 days remaining. Okay. The cruise has met my expectations. It is everything I thought it was going to be.
We do
And
have one issue at the moment,
what's the one issue?
which is they want us to be adults and have our own passports and get our own C-Pass cards when we're being treated like children this whole time. They all of a sudden expect us to go from being treated like kindergartners to adults, and that's not okay.
You know, it's funny when we got on in Miami, because you know you're taught never give up your passport. You know, keep your passport with you at all times. And we're getting ready to board the ship in Miami, and Royal Caribbean's like, "Okay, give us your passports." And we're like, "No, I don't want to give you my passport." And they're like, "No, no, give us your passport because we got to handle all the immigration stuff." I'm like, "Okay." So then we gave them their passport. We were a little uncomfortable, but they handled all the immigration through South America and everything. And then there was a bunch of places in Asia where they'd give our passport back to us to go through immigration in one country, and then we'd give it back to them, and they'd manage everything. And now that we're in Europe, they're like, today, matter of fact, 4 to 5, we got to go pick up our passport. So it's like they're going to give us our passport back for the rest of the cruise now, and we have to manage it, maintain it, and be responsible adults. And that's kind of freaking us out a little bit because we don't know.
No, the rebellious teen years will still come. I don't accept adulting right now. It's also that they were putting our C-Pass cards in our cabin every night before, so we'd just get off and
Yeah.
get back on with our new thing. But now they want us to do proper back-to-back, and I'm like, no, we booked one world cruise,
Thank you,
not
Tamara.
17 cruises.
Thank you for the ice cream and the little flower. Thank you. The heart. Um, I've lost train of thought. So anyway, that's our current issue is we're going to have to adult, and this is not like this gets back to it's no longer a world cruise; it's a back-to-back-to-back
But
Royal Caribbean
it's
cruise.
also sort of good because I was running out of stamp room, so if they hadn't given the passport back, I'm not sure if it would have got through.
Yeah.
Luckily, Europe doesn't stamp everything because when they first said, "Oh, you need this many pages," I'm like, "Oh, they're crazy. We never get stamps when we go on a cruise, and the amount of stamps we have in our passport right now is crazy. I thought we're going to run out of passport."
Yeah, we are not at sea today. We are in Bari, Italy, but we will be leaving about 3 o'clock. All aboard's 2:30. Good morning. Good morning. So it's day 191. So day 200 will be what, 9 days from now? I can do math. That's right, right? I got it right.
Yeah, that's right. I just asked it with the question in your voice made me laugh.
Well,
Joe has demanded a cake. I'm like, we don't need cake. Do you know, see how many times they put cake in this? Like, we get so many cakes. We don't need another big sheet cake. They're crazy.
Tam does have a microphone, but my receiver is like my mic and the receiver are very low in power right now. So I think when the microphone dies, we'll probably end the live. But
2 more days until the masters get back on.
yep, and we're freaking out a little bit about it. We've been to Bari, so we didn't get off today, but we've kind of fully done Bari in 2022 when we were here. We've done live for 90 minutes apparently. Woo-hoo.
You know how we're going to cope with the masses? We're going to be pinnacles in training and tell people to shut up and get out of my space.
Tam tried to do that when the pub crawl showed up in our living room the other day. It didn't work.
Yeah, I don't understand Joe and his fascination with cannons.
I don't know.
The funny thing is, we all get photos for him. When we see cannons, everyone takes photos for Joe.
Yep. I think he tried. There was one in Gibraltar that was all wrapped up and ready to go. He wanted to bring back on.
Someone needs to get him. Beth Ann, I think they still have them in England, don't they? The little old cast pencil sharpeners. They used to have a Canon pencil sharpener in those little cast ones.
We have 2 excursions in Germany, or 2 ports in Germany.
Someone needs to get Joe a little cast pencil sharpener of a Canon.
We are in 2 ports in Germany. We are in Kell.
When I was a kid, we used to collect those. I don't know if you ever used to do that, but the pencil sharpeners that were made of, like, I think they're cast copper or something.
And it says Berlin, but it's not Berlin. It's Wurlin, something with a W. Because Berlin's like an hour and a half away from the port. But there's 2 ports in Germany. Somebody's everywhere.
Do we know where the TUI ship is going that's in front of us? No, because we don't know what TUI ship that is.
I don't. We don't know where they're going, but they'll be around the Mediterranean. I assume they're doing a Mediterranean cruise because they're in the Mediterranean. Probably either came from Ravenna or going to Ravenna. We'll see if we find them tomorrow next to us.
Okay, now I'm going to look for a Canon for Joe. Maybe in a Castle gift shop or something. Maybe we'll find one in Europe.
I wouldn't get Joe one that fires metal BBs. That's dangerous. I would for Audrey's safety. I'm just. Bethany found one. Awesome.
Bethany found one already?
That's what she said.
Okay. That will be a perfect little cheap gift. Yeah,
I can see that going badly, the one that fires BBs.
Yeah, I wouldn't get the BB one because poor Audrey will cop that.
That's awesome, Bethany. That's cool. You can surprise him.
We won't tell him.
We won't say anything.
We'll keep it all mum.
That's cool.
Yeah, I used to collect those pencil sharpeners when I was a kid. We used to go places, and for some reason, they used to always sell the little odd pencil sharpeners.
Interesting.
Don't ask me why.
There's another ferry coming in. I will try and.
Everyone on this life has to be quiet and not tell Crew's dad.
Yeah, so everyone.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
Why did you just put it on me?
Oh, well, I didn't need to put it on you. I was trying to put it on the ferry coming in. Sorry.
It's okay.
I was trying to show people the ferry.
It's a Turkish ferry. This is 100 years of the Republic of Turkey.
Okay. Anyway, we probably should call it quits. We've been on for an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So we probably will do this on other Port Sea days because it's kind of fun. And
it just depends on how many people get up here.
Yeah, I mean, because it's quiet up here right now, so we could do this in our living room. We're not disturbing anyone.
You could show people the living room properly too.
I could. All right.
Show the proper living room.
Let's do a quick living room tour. Oh. All right, she's vertical. So these are seats. This door opens to the Crown Lounge. And then we've got the Vortex area over there. That's a golf simulator by day and a dance floor at night. And then
my T-shirt from Eric, which is Anthony's brother, who lent this on the ship for me.
We always try and have the same seats. These are our seats.
I usually sit in the one over there.
Not that we're Sheldon or anything, but this is our spot. And so our friends Peter and Lydia's not there right now, but Peter's over there. Probably went to get lunch. And so this is our living room. And we've got a TV channel. We got 2 TV channels, or 3 really. We've got the Nature channel. we've got the human interest channel, and then on the other side, we've got more nature over there usually. So we have 3 TV channels. But this is I'll channel my inner Josh, wander around, show people here. But get different views. You can see there's a dance floor over there. We're actually up here.
We get bar service from 4 p.m.
Yeah, the bar here spins at 4 p.m. We're actually up here for at the end of after the Pride party. Everyone came up here. You can't shut the door. Yeah, there's like a door that opens over here to the outside world. We'll kind of show a little here. So this is the bar in our living room, and it spins. This black part spins around. It just started spinning again. It hasn't worked in like a year, literally. But they fixed the bar, so something's happening. There's a little couch over here where we tend to meet. Of content creators or bloggers tag up. We tend to meet over here. And okay. And then there's a door that goes to the outside. And sometimes the door stays open, and when it's cold outside, it's really bad. We watched New Year's Eve in Rio from there. At least I think we did. We were really drunk. But and then of course now you've got this Turkish ferry coming in. It's a cargo port, so they should reserve seats for you. We wanted to put a caution tape around. It says reserved, but we'll see. I'm walking around live, so just showing them our living room. Our living room. Our living room. All of ours. So do you want to be on the live, or is our friends Lydia and Peter? They are one of the people that were sad because they're getting off soon, but they'll be back. They'll be back in Amsterdam. So we lose them for a little bit, but they'll be back. Oh, it's time. It's Mexican salad night for lunch, aka nachos. So definitely going to get Mexican salad. But anyway, that's our living room. And there's a piano in it, but nobody ever plays it, thank God. And yeah, and that's our living room. That's our life. We spend a lot of time up here, so they should reserve seats. Thank you. Well, we probably will call it a quit here and actually go get a Mexican salad. If they're having Mexican salads for lunch. Yeah, it's Mexican salad night day. So it was nice talking to all of you. And yeah, Audrey's store was fun. Tam brought a bunch of magnets on, so it was easy to do that. What's that? Anyway, thank you all for joining us, and we will talk to y'all later. Love you all. Have a great day. Let me figure out how to do this now. Go that way, and then